So, if you've paid attention to me at all here, and there aren't many of you who have yet, I hold out hope that someday there will be. You may have noticed behind me a few tarot decks. I have the Anatomy Tarot and the Antique Anatomy Tarot, and these After Tarot, which I like. It's like that's the traditional tarot deck, like a moment after the picture was taken, quote unquote. Recently on Temu, my wife and I were calling it Timu early on, and we kind of stay with Timu, even though I think I've heard the proper pronunciation being Temu. I picked up on Temu. Well, the tariffs have not hit them that hard yet. This tarot deck. Can you see that? I feel like my phone, I have a Samsung A14, which is a lesser phone. It was like a $200 phone a couple of years ago, and it doesn't have the best camera in the world. These are not the best cards in the world. I got them from Temu, but I wanted to share. It's called the Real Life Tarot Deck. And when I got it out of the box, like most things with Timu, and I'm going to say Timu because that is the way we say it. Um, when I got out of the box, there was no instruction manual. It's just the cards. It has kind of the traditional cards, the Rider Waite tarot deck, which I have over there. The deck that I use. I don't give readings. Once in a while, I do for fun, but once in a great while. So it has the traditional back. The back of the traditional is blue. These are pink, pinkish, reddish, orangish. It's dark in here. And as I looked at it the first time, I was trying to, in my mind, say, okay, what equates to what? Because you have the wands, the pentacles, the swords and the cups, the suits. You've got the upper arcana and the lower and the pips, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And like one of the first cards I picked up was this one. It's the Magician, which in the traditional deck, the major arcana, it's number two after the Fool, and the magician is kind of in charge of everything, or it's the card that I don't want to call Nick pompous, but the most confident of the psychics when I did the Psychic Friends Radio Network said, "That's me. I'm the magician." And I can't remember, Patrice, maybe the Empress. I was the star because I had no idea what tarot meant then anyway, but that was it. So as I started looking through this deck, and I'll go through some of these cards, it dawned on me, and then I looked online to make sure I was seeing it, getting the right message, that it has nothing to do with regular tarot cards. It's just a lot of fun. And it would be, I think, relatively easy to give somebody a reading. Well, you got a little too much energy, maybe a little too much stress. You've been having a little bit. Do you pop the do you pop the drinks, the Red Bulls, the energy drinks? Some of them. The poser. Does it say poser? The poster. Very modern, right? So the poster would be someone. This duck. Would they be posting that on social media? A picture of them sucking down a milkshake? Yeah, maybe. This is good. It's the used hybrid. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. The mixologist. There's mustache wax there. Is the insinuation that a mixologist has a handlebar mustache? Anxiety. Oh, can you see what that is on the anxiety card? It's fingernail clippings. The microdoser. I have a story about psilocybin mushrooms for a different day. I've always wanted to try them. I never have. I had them in my possession and I just never tried them. Deception. So is that the people who believe that the Apollo missions never happened? That it was all filmed on a Hollywood set? There you go. People are crazy. The Ghost. A little more, kind of closer to traditional tarot. Return receipt. Is that like an old Nokia cell phone, or is that a remote control? It's a remote control. I don't know. Do you? Looks like Shell Beach to me. It says Botox on there. This one is browsing history. Is it embarrassing? Pictures of clowns, how to kill noisy brother, discount MP4 rifle, world's best beaches. Am I a MILF? The bottom of that. I like this one. I don't know what the drug is, but it's called Calm. You have your Calm pharmaceutical. This one speaks for itself. If that came up in the reading, said, well, you've been lying to somebody about something. There's somebody trying to catch money in a fishnet. It's a gamer, but it's disconnected a game control, so the game could you have no control. You want to get there's so much depth there, they would say. The Gaslight. These are just the cards are great. The Road Trip. This is shitcoin. Shitcoin blockchain. That's the way I feel about Bitcoin. Maybe I'm missing out on money now, but yeah, shitcoin. Like it. The Comfort Pit. The Conspiracy Theorist. With all the threads, they're all connected. Everything's connected. This was my favorite when I went through them the other day, and this is the card that I saw when my vegan daughter was visiting, and I said, this is just the best thing I've ever bought for like $4. Conflict. Shall I eat the beef or the broccoli? Can I see what this is? It's a. I'm gonna let you work on that. The glare is bad. I've got a light down here. Stuff going down the drain. It's a fidget spinner. It's like a direct ripoff of the Amazon logo. The arrow goes both ways, so the smile is more deliberate, and a bunch of packages at a doorstep. The revolving door. This one looks like the browser history earlier, but this is more like a text exchange. It says, how are you? You there? Hello? Are you mad? Confused? This is not how friends treat friends. Piss off. I'm sorry. All coming from one person. That's the world we live in. I like these cards. Too many cats. The three-headed monster. This again, it feels more like the traditional tarot, and when you get things like the zombie. This looks like a pustule with pins, like a COVID viral little thing, or a planet with who knows. That's kind of just a cool card. These are really well done. That's the stand-up. It says the holier than thou. And from immediate viewing, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'd have to work on that a little bit. These are small cards. That was my life about 35, 40 years ago when I smoked like a freaking chimney. This is, it looks like Brown. What can Brown do for you? This is UPS, right? Like this a lot. It's the Night Owl. Danny's instead of Denny's. Surprise, surprise. This is cute. It's the troll. The landlord. There's your delete button. Reminds me of a short story years ago by Stephen King where he deletes his family and inserts the family next door. This is not the third eye. That's the the third nipple there. This is an alien. It says what it is. This is a card for the current generation. Is it Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Now? I don't follow those things. Moving back in. This is the LARPer. Why am I getting a blur? Why is it so focused clearly on me and not on the card? Makes no sense. This is the taser. Chinese food that looks a little fetid. It looks kind of, yeah. The broken bed. And the reason, if you saw a slight hesitation there, I said, "Is that the Sitco sign? Is that the Red Sox Sitco sign up above that bed?" No, it's a boat, picture of a boat. This is the catfish. The name of this card is Concern. So I guess cards that actually have a name on them would be like their upper arcana. But it says it's caution tape, Concern. Yeah. This one's funny. Student loan 50-year plan. Sounds about right. That one speaks for itself. This, I don't know. Help me out with that. Is it upside down? I do not know what that is. Are these the dolls that have been in the news recently that have been stolen? The ones in the foreground, not the ones in the background are just creepy little fleshy dolls. This is the cult. Don't get me started on cults. This is the name of the credit card is Bankrupt. Chance, lose again, mega mega. That's the deleter. Some hints of Michelangelo there, right? This one is looks like just passports. Does it say passport? That's not bad. That one is not a negative card, is it? This is a makeup collection of some sort. It's the bullshit artist. That doesn't look like bullshit. That looks like, yeah, human shit. The screenplay. Okay. The mom tattoo. Menace. Halloween coming up. Danger. There's the gamer. That would go with that one earlier, the disconnected controller. This is the one I think that they advertised on Temu when I said I need to get this card set. It's the Vomiting Cupid. Okay, I got a puking angel. I'm kind of there. The next one is, it doesn't say anything, but it's Cupid being trounced by Godzilla or a dinosaur. This one, I'm old enough to know what this is. It's a pillbox. Mine isn't that big, thank God. Meat on a Hook. That's Rocky Stallone's, Sylvester Stallone. Rocky Balboa's practice room there. This is Nausea, and it kind of speaks for itself. Ye old nausea bag. Virtual reality goggles. The festival goer. And she looks like Tiffany from Alabama Shakes, who I just love. I adore Tiffany. It's 3:45. My phone is telling me it's time to go to the kitchen where I will clean things up. That's a blender. And this finally is a sack o' steaming something. That's it. I thought I'd share. That's the entire real life tarot deck from Temu. Available still, I think, for short dollars. It's just kind of fun. Cheapers.